Hey guys, welcome along to Lemongrass, which is the first of the essential oil series that I'm going to do. So I've done these up because one day I'll get savvy with the computer and we'll be able to actually have a look at things on a screen, on a spreadsheet as such. But today we're talking about lemongrass, which the botanical name is Cymbopogon flexuosus. So I want you to think about the flex side of things, right? When you think about lemongrass. Lemongrass is definitely an essential oil that you want to dilute for topical application because it may result in skin sensitivity. And remember, it's a citrus oil. So it's one of those ones that may or that does increase our sensitivity to the sun. So if you pop it on and you use it topically, best to not go or expose that part of the skin to the sun for 12 hours. So you can use it in blends because it's actually really, really good for ligaments and joints. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But if you do use it in blends, like you rub it on your knee or something like that, just be aware that it does increase your sensitivity to UV, to sunlight and UV. So we're not meant to use tanning beds anymore, but I know that some places still do. So that's one of them as well. Lemongrass is steam distilled from the leaves. And if you actually have lemongrass in your garden, if you break the lemongrass, because it looks like grass, it's what it is, it's like a grass. But if you break the grass, you'll smell the smell, you'll smell that citrus smell. And you can make that into a tea for yourself. So if you've got lemongrass in your garden, you've got ginger, lemongrass and ginger go really well together in terms of being a digestive support. And if you've got the actual plant, you can brew it up in a teapot and make yourself a tea with it, which is really cool. What I do is I use the essential oils because they're easier to travel with, heaps easier to make blends with to support my body. I'm not then mushing up the lemongrass myself trying to make a paste or an oil out of it, and I'm using ones that I actually trust. So lemongrass is fabulous, like I said, for flex. So flexuosus is the second part of the botanical name for the particular lemongrass that I'm talking about. And just think about flex, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the physical, the metaphysical, and the cooking. Physical is physical that you can see, touch, feel, all that sort of stuff. I've done cooking as a side note because sometimes people think physical is just the body, so they forget that you can use it for other things as well. And then metaphysical is beyond the physical, so it's what you can't actually see. So in all aspects, lemongrass is fabulous for flex, right? It helps your ligaments and your joints to get moving. It helps with flow. It's anti-rheumatic, so it's actually absolutely fabulous for people that have calcification and issues around their joints and stuff like that. It's really, really good as a massage, to use in a massage. You use, when I say dilution, you use in a carrier oil, and a carrier oil can be fractionated coconut oil, which is like normal coconut oil, but it's had the long chain fatty acids pretty much taken out of it, which means it stays liquid. There's a few other things behind it too, but fractionated coconut oil is one. You can use grapeseed oil, you can use olive oil even if you want to. You can use sweet almond oil, like a carrier oil, a massage carrier oil that has no scent, to which you can add your essential oils, and that's how you do your self-massage with that sort of stuff. Black sesame oil is a base oil that I use for my herbal massages. And you could probably use that too, black sesame oil. It's just a lot thicker. So black sesame and olive oil would be much thicker than fractionated coconut oil, for example. Now, carrier oils help your skin to absorb the essential oil, and it also helps with surface coverage. So you've got more sense, more use that way. So fabulous for anti-rheumatic. Joints and ligaments, right? So you can add a couple of drops of your lemongrass into your massage blend. So if you've got a sore shoulder, it's a ligament issue, or it's a joint issue, massage some oil into your shoulder. Do it every night. It might actually help you to start sleeping properly. And less is more, and use on a consistent basis. And I'll say that for every single essential oil that I talk about. I'll probably say that for every plant that I teach you about too as we go along. But remember that less is more, right? So that's the topical side of things. Great for joints and ligaments, awesome for pain. You can use it to support your thyroid function because lemongrass is also a decongestant. It's also really, really cool in that it's antimicrobial and already I've said anti-inflammatory. If I haven't, it's on the sheets. It's on the piece of paper that I've got here. So we're talking physical uses now. These are the signatures, if you like, or the chemical components of the actual essential oil. It comes from the leaves is the other thing too, and it's steam distilled. So what we're looking for is the uses, right? So analgesic, that is fabulous. What's that mean? It means it helps your body with pain. It'll help your brain with pain. So if you're going through stuff, use it. I'll answer that. I'll mention that stuff at the end because there's a link that you need to see. So fabulous for topical usage, right? Now, if you're someone that's got something like kidney stones, those sort of things, often they are a build-up of calcification, right? So think about when you have arthritis, it's because there's no flow and movement around the joint. You want to give yourself daily massage. I'm using my fingers as an example because I know that a lot of people have arthritis in their fingers, especially rheumatoid arthritis and things like that. So you want to massage, and as you get older, you tend not to use your body as much. The flow of blood throughout your body is a bit slower. That can be measured by your heart rate variable, like your chi, your energy is often lower, especially in Western societies. So we want to increase the flow, and we do that by daily massage, and lemongrass is awesome for that. But if you do have a calcification build-up, let's just say in your kidney area, something like that, lemongrass in a blend and applied over your kidney area, so across your back and lower abdomen, is fantastic to support your body to, how can I put this? To support your body to process and to do what it needs to do, right? To help your body. And you use that on a regular, consistent basis. So this is not a pill that you take once and then everything is fixed. It is something that you use on a consistent basis. I have also met people that have used lemongrass to support them with their eyes. And on the bottom of your feet is access to your entire body. And underneath your second toe is your eye area. And if you want to check, Google reflexology charts and you'll be able to see your hands have it too. And then you can actually topically apply your essential oil that you want to use for whatever support that your body needs to that particular area on your hands or your feet if you don't want to put it on your body, right? So good for supporting our thyroid, great for our eyes, really good for cholesterol, great for blood pressure, really good to help with bladder and kidney areas, you know, the calcification build-up, all that sort of stuff, right? Now, it's fabulous for digestive issues. Think about flex and flow. So it's going to help your body with digestion too, which is why at the start I mentioned it's great with ginger. Awesome in marinades, and anyone that's done any Thai cooking, you know that they've always got lemongrass in their cooking. Just remember with your essential oils to use ones that are therapeutic grade or safe for food usage. They will be labeled for that. And the other thing is the essential oil is much stronger than the plant. So if you think about how much lemongrass you would physically need to crush in order to have a paste or something like that from it, and then think about if you put it into a piece of equipment and then steam distilled it, how much lemongrass do you think you would actually physically need to get yourself a bottle of oil? Like a lot, right? So that means that less is more. Start with a toothpick if you're using it in cooking, and that's the same with any herbs and spices. Start with a toothpick and then check the flavour and then add more if you want to. I've used it in marinades with chicken, lemongrass and ginger. I had honey, soy and lemon, and I've had honey, soy, ginger and lemongrass as a marinade. Also good with tofu and what else have I used it in? And predominantly teas. I normally use it as a drink. So you can ingest lemongrass. It's a plant that you can eat. I had lemongrass growing in the backyard. My dogs ate the plant. So they have a really good digestive system, and I don't have any lemongrass left. In terms of the outdoors, it's awesome to deter insects and parasites. So if you are someone that loves the great outdoors, then lemongrass might be something that you want to add into a pest deterrent spray that you take with you. So you can make yourself up a bottle of insect repellent, and lemongrass is one of the oils that you can pop in that, along with an oil called arbor vitae, which is really earthy, woody smelling oil. The two of them together, just a few drops, and some peppermint would be fantastic on a hike. Tea tree and lavender as well in there to help your skin with any soothing issues. And then some water, maybe a little bit of carrier oil, just give it a shake up, spray it on. It would be phenomenal for that sort of stuff. On the metaphysics level, let's go to that one for a second. It's perfect lemongrass in a diffuser or just smelling it from the bottle, right? Aromatic use. When we're working with the metaphysics, we are working with the vibrational medicine that comes from the plant or the essential oil. So the smell is the activation in this, or the putting it on your skin, you're still going to get the smell, but the smell is the activation, right? So what it will do is it will help you to blast through stuff. For me, I say it's the oil that helps you to let shit go. When you just have to let go of stuff, you've got things to work on. It's perfect for the phase where I'm teaching you guys this. It's around the new moon when you start to really think about things that you can pull out as weeds, right? The last quarter of a moon phase. So when you're coming into the new moon. So this is the, I think it's called the waxing. It's like the last quarter of the moon period, right? It's the last week of the lunar period. And what that period is for weeding, getting rid of things, pulling things out. So it's fantastic for that in terms of your metaphysics, in terms of your mind, your body, your belief patterns, your programming. Use it to help to create flow, to just let shit go, right? Great oil in terms of cleansing. And that is, I'm talking about negative energy there. I'm talking about toxicity. If your house just feels dull and up the crap, and you aren't someone that's into sage and smoke and Palo Santo and all that sort of stuff, you don't use incense, put some lemongrass into your diffuser and allow that to circulate through the room. And it will give you a really fresh, because it's citrus, it'll give you really fresh uplift, but it will also help to dispel negative energy. And just think about that flex, right? You want to be flexible, helps you to let shit go. If you are someone that is struggling with lemongrass in terms of when you smell it, you just don't like it, perhaps there's some work that you can do on an emotional or metaphysical level that will help you with that. And the best way to do that often is to combine it in a blend for something that your body needs. So that could be, say you've got pain in your body, you don't like the smell of lemongrass, but you're all right with marjoram and frankincense, which the three of those together is what we call the morphine bomb. But you could use that on the soles of your feet. Topical application on the soles of your feet with a carrier oil, it's going to enter the vital parts of your body. Also on the lower part of your spine, lemongrass is fabulous for pain, right? I think I've said that enough. The other thing as a side note is that you are able to get lemongrass in a supplement, because lemongrass, it also has the properties of being anti-carcinoma and anti-mutagenic. It's also regenerative. So those three physical properties together are in research studies, which I've included the link for. But those three things together, think about that. Anti-carcinoma and anti-mutagenic. Those are big words, and they are, when I say big words, I mean powerful words and really important for our physical body. Again, not a thing that you're going to do and then it's going to fix whatever it is in a flash. It's consistent, regular use. And that's lemongrass. So I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you've got some, give it a try. Reach out if you need some specific instructions. The way that I use my lemongrass is topically, predominantly, and diffusion. But I will use it internally if I've got pain in my body that I want some extra support with, or if I feel like I've got an upset tummy, I'll have a drop in a cup of tea. Again, remember, make sure that you have therapeutic grade or oils, essential oils that are food grade standard. Look for that. It'll be on the label, and yeah, you'll be fine. See ya. Catch you in the next video.